Good morning and welcome back to No Salt BP. I'd like to be your channel for your nutritional information if you have high blood pressure, diabetes, or congestive heart failure. Please follow me on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter, all No Salt BP, and at nosaltbp.com. Today, this morning, I will be preparing my version of the egg Florentine, complete with mascarpone cheese and Florentina cheese, spinach, and egg substitute. Also, for our meat lovers out there, I do have an alternative to deli meat ham. I'm going to use thin slices of pork loin. So let's get started, shall we? We're going over to the stove we go. This is our olive oil. Thin slices of pork loin. And the pork loin was prepared with rosemary, black pepper, garlic, Remember, always keep your handles turned inward if you have children or grandchildren. It's a nice habit to get into and to keep. A little bit of fresh, fine minced garlic. If you're with me so far, in the comment section, put in hashtag H. There's going to be a giveaway at the completion of this. So the first tag is H. The letter H. The second part of this challenge, these are 2 pork loins. This is a boneless pork chop. The bone was removed. So it's H, 2 pork loin, and 1 pork chop. Watch it till the end. I'm going to cover that. We're going to flip this over. And I will return in a moment and we'll get started on the cheese sauce. And our pork chop is complete. There. We're finished with that. Now, we have some unsalted butter. We're going to place in some olive oil. Here we go. Let's measure out about tablespoons to start, because olive oil burns fast. The butter will balance it out. We're going to place in some let's start with our Florentine cheese, which is right here, along with some milk. Cheese. And next is our mascarpone Italian cheese. This will make a nice creamy sauce. That's what we want. Turn it on low. We're going to use some dried chives. Sprinkle that across the top. And as you can see, it's going to become creamy. And this will be the base of the dish. So, while that's cooking, I'm going to place some bread slices, and I will tell you all the nutritional information in the description bar. And if you're with me so far, you have the hashtags. The hashtag is the letter H. And the next one is 2 pork loin, 1 pork chop. Make that nice and creamy. This is missing inside. And for a few extra nutrients, we're going to place the spinach also on top of the bread. See, the spinach cooks fast inside the cheese. See how wilted it became? So we want to get all our nutrients. Again, the bread I'm using has no sodium and 12 grams of carbohydrates per slice. So each quarter of a slice is 3 grams of carbs. And here we go. We're going to pour this onto the bread and the spinach. And if you're with me so far, you know the letter. You know what I've used. Next, we're going to move on to the next part of this. The next part will be the number 2. And I'm using real egg product here. I am not using eggs. The real product, the Reddit Real Egg product only contains 25 calories, 76 milligrams of sodium, and a 3 tablespoon serving. That is our egg product, nice and creamy. And I will be back shortly to show you how this looks when it goes. And next, I'm going to show you what this will look like when it goes into the oven. I'll see you in a moment. Welcome back. And now we're going to place our cheese on top of the egg Florentine. Scatter it around. Just enough cheese to dust it. Next, for an added little spice, we're going to put some ground nutmeg on top. Nutmeg gives it its special little kick. You now have 4 hashtags. I'm going to place this in the oven at 400 degrees, and when we come back, I'll show you the completed product. Welcome back to NoSaltBP, and I just pulled the egg Florentine out of the oven a few moments ago. Remember, if you are diabetic, always use oven mitts to pull anything out of the oven or anything hot on top of the stove. But we're done with that. So, now we're going to get into this. It will be quite cheesy. Let's grab our oven mitt again for safety. We're going to pull this out. And place it on top like so. Again, do not touch any pan that is directly pulled from an oven. This is our pork loin. This is a yummy, hearty breakfast. This will satisfy all the dietary requirements for those who have diabetes, congestive heart failure, or high blood pressure. Again, the bread has no sodium in it. I would like to thank everyone who participated in the last contest on my video. Thank you so much for joining me, all new supporters. And as I always say, I realize you had many choices and channels to receive your recipe information. However, and here at NoSaltBP, we do it without the salt and we count carbohydrates so you don't have to. Welcome all new supporters. Thank you so much for joining me this morning, and I will see you in the next one. Good night.